Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Way of the Wizards podcast. I'm your host, Scott Turner.
And I'm Rahul Kamath.
I'm a STEM junior, and
I'm a STEM sophomore.
And in today's episode, we're going to be interviewing a special guest, Peter Stout. We're going to be asking him about SkillsUSA, what his game is about, because he's going to be competing in a interactive video game design. And we're going to be, asking him questions about the game and how it's going. And, what would you like to learn from Peter today?
It's really cool what they're all doing with the competition around the corner on April 5th. I think just the iteration process and everything on how you'd make a game is just really fascinating. It's going to be something we can all learn something from, STEM or not.
Yeah, and I've even heard from Peter Stout himself that the art for the game is really good. He got a pretty good artist in the school to do the sprites for him and all the, advertising stuff. So I'm looking forward to even see the game and, listen more to Peter Stout about it. Anyways, prom, April 17th is around the corner. You got to get your tickets now, otherwise you can't get them. And then spring break is also around the corner, coming up a day after prom on April 18th. We're going to have a nice 2-week break. What are you going to do during spring break?
I'm actually going to be in Houston for the first robotics Worlds Championships. Nice.
I'm not going to Houston for no robotics champion. I'm probably just going to be sleeping and not doing schoolwork, I'm sure Peter Stout, he's going to be doing even more SkillsUSA stuff because it's Peter. He doesn't take any breaks. He's always working. He's a hardworking man. And I'm really looking forward to seeing him, listen to him and see what he's got to say about skills.
Other news, pickleball tournament.
Oh, yeah. How's that going for you?
We won our first game. We're 17th seed.
Nice. Yeah, I won. I had to buy my first round because I'm the first seed. I won last year. Got a $25 gift card. I'm not complaining. And I had to buy the first round, won my second round, and I've got my second game tomorrow. Hopefully I'm going to win that. And hopefully I'm going to get another W and bring home another $25 gift card.
Good luck.
Yeah. I hope to see you in the finals.
See you in the finals.
Yeah, I'm going to beat you. Yeah, I'm going to beat you. I'm going to win.
I don't know about that.
But anyways, we're going to be seeing Peter and after the short break. All right, and we are here with Peter Stout. And Peter, could you please tell me a little bit about yourself and why you even came to the STEM Academy in the first place?
Yeah, well, I'm Peter. I'm a STEM junior. I love tinkering with electronics, 3D printing, basically anything involving mechanics or electronics. That's a little bit about myself.
All right, yeah, and why did you come to the STEM Academy? Why did you, veer away from your normal high school and come here?
Well, I generally prefer STEM more. I also prefer smaller classes. I feel like I can get more out of education by being in smaller classes. Plus, the STEM aspects really appealed to me.
Awesome. Yeah, that's really why I came to the school, too, because it's a small environment and, the STEM aspect is way better than the normal school, in my opinion, like traditional schooling. And I heard that you were doing SkillsUSA on April 5th.
Indeed, I am. I am participating in the Interactive Application Video Game Development category, where I will be presenting the game Overclocked.
Overclocked. Could you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, it's a sort of 80s retro-style themed video game, side-scroller, infinite levels, and it's really fun. I feel like our team has gotten very far with our development, and we've done a lot of great work.
Awesome, yeah.
So, Peter, have you competed in SkillsUSA before, or is this your first year?
I have competed in SkillsUSA before. I've competed in the same category last year, where our team won second in the state.
Wow.
We competed with the game Starship.
Can you tell me a little bit about that game?
Basically, it's a sort of bullet barrage, where your goal is to avoid getting hit by bullets fired by procedurally more and more complicated enemies, while collecting as much score and power-ups as you can.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah. And for anybody that doesn't know, SkillsUSA is an organization where you can do many different activities. There's culinary, there's cosmetology, and basically they have a ton of competitions where students go to compete and show their skills in a selected category.
Career development.
Yeah, exactly, career development. And once all of those state competitions are done, you go on to nationals, and then you compete against other students in the same field from other different states, from a ton of other different states, yeah.
All the way out in Georgia.
All the way out in Georgia, yeah. So if you win states, you go all the way to Georgia to nationals and compete there. Mm-hmm. Do you think we're gonna get there?
Oh yeah, of course. I'm very confident with our game.
So, how confident are you about Overclocked compared to Starship?
more confident than I was last year. It's way more complex. We have a full soundtrack. We have a full art category. Sorry, we have a full art cascade of beautiful images drawn by Dylan Gearman.
Yeah, Dylan.
And we also have some excellent levels by our level designer.
Awesome, yeah. And so obviously SkillsUSA, it's not the easiest thing in the world. There's obviously some road bumps.
It's difficult.
Yeah, so can you tell me a bit about the road bumps that you faced?
Well, we've been recently having some difficulties with the game involving the performance. It's not running the greatest right now, so I've been working very hard to try and get it to run a little faster. We've also had some issues in the past involving some of the mechanics of the game where they weren't quite tuned correctly, so when you were playing the game, you couldn't quite go into a rhythm as you played.
And are those bugs fixed now? Or are you still
one of them is, one of them isn't. I'm still working on the one with the performance, and SkillsUSA is in 5 days as of this date, so I gotta work pretty hard to fix that before the competition.
So, Peter, I heard you competed both years, and you said you've had a lot of issues and stuff, but you've overcome them.
Yeah.
What advice would you have for prospectives, maybe freshmen trying to join, or anyone trying to join SkillsUSA and get into it?
I mean, one of my primary motivations would be don't give up. Even if you encounter something like a very difficult challenge, something that you feel like you can't overcome, you're going to overcome it in the end as long as you persevere and continue working hard to try and solve it. Also, don't be too critical of yourself. If you end up being, if you're too critical of yourself, you'll end up kind of faltering, and you'll start making a product that's worse than what it would have been had you not questioned yourself. You got to feel confident in your work.
Is there anything you've learned during your time in SkillsUSA over these past 2 years that you can apply to something maybe other than your technical field?
Oh yeah. Well, so for example, the programming part that's written in Python. Python is an extremely applicable programming language in the field of computer science. It's used for data science, multiple different kinds of algorithms. It's a really good thing to know. I've also learned how to do art really effectively, and I've also learned how to produce music.
It's really amazing.
Yeah.
Are you planning to go into something like computer science when you after high school?
After high school, I'm going to probably try to go into computer engineering, which is kind of like computer science, except it's more focused on the computer hardware itself than the software.
It's really amazing.
Thanks.
And so you placed second last year, right?
Yep.
And so based on last year's competition and based on this year's competition, what do you think you have done differently from last year in order to, better this year's game?
Well, last year we had some minor team conflicts, which resulted in not as much work being accomplished. In the end, we were able to resolve these issues, and we had about 2 weeks to produce all of the advertising materials, which is pretty stressful, but we ended up overcoming them. This year, we are significantly more organized. From the start, we had a team that worked cohesively, and we also brought on an artist to help us with the game art.
And that artist was Dylan Gearman, right?
Yup.
Yeah, he
did an amazing job.
I believe it. I mean, and so how do you think having a full team to start off with, benefited from last year?
Well, to start, I didn't have to do the game art myself. It also left me with significantly more time to develop the game. So, for example, last year, Starship was about 2,800 lines of code. This year, Overclocked is like 7,200. Which means it has way more mechanics. It's smoother. It's significantly more improved over Starship.
And for reference, how many hours did you spend on Starship compared to our new game, Overclocked?
I spent about 100 hours on Starship. Overclocked, I think as of right now, I spent 250. I'm putting in the work and putting in the hours.
And do you want to go into SkillsUSA again next year as a senior?
Yeah, always. I'm going to try even harder. I'm going to probably start using actual game engines instead of Python, for one. That'll probably make it much easier to develop the game. And I'm going to try to bring on more people to develop with me.
Awesome, yeah. And do you have an idea for the game that you would do next year for your senior year?
Not yet. I mean, it's a little premature considering we're still waiting for the competition date for this year.
Yeah.
Plus, I want to make sure that I'm staying cohesive with the topic they provide me, because they only give that to you in February, like mid-February. So I got to wait until then to start brainstorming.
Awesome. And for the people who don't know, what's the topic for this year for interactive video game design?
It's open, meaning that you can really kind of make your own game. Like it doesn't matter what genre you're doing it in. Last year was also open, and I interpreted that literally by making Starship with a open battlefield.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Rahul, do you have any more questions for Peter?
I just think it's amazing how you're taking the initiative and doing something extra on top of being in an extra STEM school.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I mean, and then you also run Game Makers Club. You're doing Game Makers Club. You're doing SkillsUSA. What aren't you doing?
Not much. I don't have much free time a week.
Yeah, I mean, thank you for coming on the show, Peter.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem.
First place, Peter Stout, Scott Turner, Mercer County Technical Schools STEM Academy.
Thank you, Peter, for sharing your knowledge on SkillsUSA. And I mean, we're looking forward to seeing if he actually makes it to nationals. I think he will. I think he'll win states by a landslide and make it to nationals. I mean, yeah, just looking at his game, it's awesome. Like he said, he's got amazing art by Dylan Gearman. He's got he has spent like how many hours did he say? Like
250.
Yeah, 250 hours just on code alone. That's not even counting. That's not even taking into account like the marketing, the trailer of the video. Like that's not taking into account anything but the code. Like this game is going to be insane, and especially like you said to Starship, it was just a huge leg up from Starship. And Starship, what did Starship win? That was second place, right?
Second place.
Second place, yeah. And so Peter and his team got second place last year. And the fact that he is proud of this and he knows that this is 10 times better just makes it so he's going to win. I know. I feel like he's going to win, take it home the gold. I mean, yeah.
Thank you for coming on, Peter.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, Peter. Hope you win 100%. Anything else you want to add?
I think just spring break coming around the corner, everything. Good luck with school, everything.
Yeah, I'm excited for spring break. Like I said, I'm just going to be sleeping. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next episode of The Way of the Wizards.
Thank you.